Alright guys, I am back with another video. Today's video is going to be talking about The Walking Dead Season 10. So, this is supposed to be episode 16. This was the finale for the season 10 and stuff. So, yeah. I want to hear your guys' thoughts and opinion of the episode in the description below. Did you like it? Was it okay? Or you did not like it? So, my internet of the whole general of the episode, I really enjoyed it. It's probably one of my top favorite episodes of season 10. I know it's quite like one of the top finales in my opinion. There not been a lot of good finales the last couple seasons in my opinion, but this is a real good finale in my opinion. So yeah, and then also I think that the finale also hit wrap up one story arc and it begins a new story arc with these 6 episodes and season 11. So I'm quite interested to see what's next after this finale. So for now, let's dive on into my review of episode 16 of season 10 of The Walking Dead. So there's quite a big key points of this episode, and first off, it comes from episode 15 with our people trying to gear up and have a good plan of how to defeat the Whispers and this big massive herd. So Gabriel got everybody together and here was the plan, and they was setting up key points of who's staying back and who is going out in this herd and what their plan was in case something went downhill. So, and also Daryl was telling people that there will be people will die, and there was some people died in the finale. So I'll get to that when I do. And so they gear up with, they have decided which one are going to go out in the herd. And it is Daryl, Carol, Magna, Kelly, Jules, Luke, Beatrice, and Jerry. So remember the 8 people has went out. I know there was this big scene, well, not a big scene, there was a scene of Negan and Daryl. And it pretty much was Daryl was flat out laying the line to Negan and telling him, you have been with these people, you know how they went, you should go out there and help out and have your part in this group. You're in this group now. And Negan was pretty much it about it because he pretty much said his head was on the line because he's the one that killed Alpha. If he went out there, it would probably cause a bigger scene with Beta and the Whispers. So he pretty much Negan stayed back for that kind of reason, because he don't want to make the situation worse than it kind of is. So with that whole deal, and while they're gearing up, splitting up the group and all this plan, and Luke was saying how they have to get to this wagon and it will kind of help lure the herd away because this wagon kind of had some music and stuff and all this stuff to try to lure them out to this cliff that they was trying to take this herd and stuff. So Lydia offered herself to join in the group, but Oceanside was like, if she go, we're not going, because they're not fully trusting her because the whole her being Alpha's daughter and the Whispers. So she also stayed back behind, and Beatrice from the Oceanside joined the group. So they split them up in 2 groups. Carol was with Beatrice, Daryl with Kelly, Luke and Jules was together, and Jerry and Magna was together. So I think overall with that was really, they had plotted out pretty good to get through navigation through the herd and fighting off the Whispers at the same time, because When they left, Daryl told Judith goodbye and went through it. And with Lydia's help, there were some people back there was shooting some of the Whispers down and taking them out to help our people get through, so Lydia could tell them which one was the Whisper, and they arrow them down to injure them, but they wind up getting killed by the herd. And eventually Beta and some of the Whispers caught on, and it was kind of hard for them to do that, so they eventually wound up getting out of the herd. Everybody except one, that was Beatrice, and it was a Whisper pretty much took her out, like injured her and stuff, and she was hollering for Carol, but eventually she got eaten by the herd. So she was one of the deaths of this episode, and there was another big death in later this episode. So yeah, they all got to the wagon, and they was heading them out with the herd to this cliff they all planned out. So everything was going good, and during this time, Negan and Lydia was talking, and Negan was talking to her about how him and her was outsider to this group. They should just leave them and run away, and they won't notice, and they always won't accept them, or be heroes. I think that's what Negan said. But yeah, Negan left, and Lydia just thought, well, if she went with Negan, or she should stay and help out. But she eventually, I think, went and helped them, and Negan did too, because during this time there was an attack on the Whispers / herd. They got into the tower somehow, because they wind up, Daryl and Carol and a couple other people set up booby traps, and they set them off. So Gabriel and some of the people that left behind was pretty much set to get the injured people and the kids out of there, while some of them stay back and try to fight off the Whispers. So yeah, and I forgot to mention, it was early in the episode, there was a moment with Lydia and Carol was talking and stuff, and I thought that was a sweet moment, because everybody was giving Carol a weird look, and also Lydia was like talking to her, like, if you need someone to talk to, I'm here. And Carol's like, I'm not like a mother and daughter saying you should do your own thing. And Lydia's like, you do your thing. So that was in early the episode. So, and there was another moment of Lydia and Carol I will get to eventually. So back to the fight at the tower. So eventually everybody left, and like Father Gabriel knew that Rosita wouldn't go without him, but Father Gabriel told Judas to tell her a message to go, and told other people to get Rosita and Coco out, and all the children and other people out. So they pretty much left before that. After that, because there was Cindy from, I think Cindy or Rachel, I can't think of the girl's name, from Oceanside. They stayed back, and some of the Whispers got in and he injured some people, and Father Gabriel just finally told everybody to leave, that he got it under control. So he was fighting some of the Whispers off, and somehow managed of Maggie come with Aaron and Alden. So it was quite interesting that somehow they came, Aaron and Alden and Maggie, and this mystery person came across after Aaron and Alden was trapped by the Whispers, and Maggie and this mystery man. We still haven't quite figured out who this is, so it'd be quite interesting to see eventually who this is, because they didn't reveal themselves. So yeah, I thought for a minute that Father Gabriel was a goner. So, but Maggie came and saved him. and all that. So after that, they reunited with the group at the end of it. So, yeah, so we're back with everybody from that was in the wagon situation. They was under control for a while till the Whispers somehow managed to destroy the wagon, and they was fighting the Whispers and the herd, and then they somehow got the control of the wagon, destroyed it. So they pretty much have a plan B, because they was waiting on for Father Gabriel's answer, and they was kind of worried about that, but they just like, well, they just go plan B, take the Whispers out one by one. And this probably was one of my favorite scenes of this episode with the night thing. They like took Whispers out one by one. And then you see Beta in the mix, and they just like kill one, and they like blend in. It got Beta so confused, and he was hallucinating because they was whispering Alpha, and Lydia had Alpha's mask. And it was like, it was so cool, her looking like Alpha, she was walking like her and stuff. And then here comes Negan out of nowhere, calling him a shithead, I think, or something like that, to get Beta's attention. And so we had the big battle, but it wasn't a real big battle, but it was like Negan versus Beta. Beta being a mad-ass, crazy-ass dude, like, push the walkers out of the way, throw one on Negan. Negan kills it, and then Beta was like trying to kill Negan and almost kill Negan, and here comes out Daryl out of nowhere, like sliced him, and then put his knife in his eyeball. I was like, holy shit. It was a awesome way, and it was like cool, like Negan and Daryl's working together, taking out Beta. And it was so cool after that Daryl put his knives in Beta's eyes. Daryl helped Negan up. And it was cool. Like, that was a real cool death. Beta did die, I think. And, yeah, he pulls the knives out. It was like all this different scenes, and him hearing Alpha, having these scenes with Alpha and the Whispers, and they were like whispering. And then he just let the walker herd, just consume him. And he was just bleeding, and then they was ripping his mask off and just consuming him like he died. And I think that was a pretty awesome death, per se. And so, that's probably one of the top deaths in season 10. It was Beta, besides Alpha and stuff. And Negan's like, holy shit, you know who that is? Like, I guess Negan probably recognized Beta as a famous person or somehow. And Daryl's like, well, he's a nobody. And Daryl's like, I don't give a fuck who this is, pretty much. So, yeah, that was pretty much the end of the Whisper War, and it wrapped it up. And, per se, I probably miss Beta, but like, Beta was a pretty ass character. Ryan Hirsch killed him as Beta, so yeah. So then we see like Carol and Lydia taking off the remainder of the herd to go over the cliff. Like, they go back before, so one said no, I'll do it, one said I'll do it, and line up. Carol was pretty much looked like she was going to sacrifice herself. She's about to go over that cliff, and Lydia saved her, and they had that lovely moment. And Lydia threw Alpha's mask over the cliff, like she was done with the whole Whispers and her mom, because she's like earlier in the episode with Carol, she was kind of glad that Carol was there to kill, like, was part of killing her mom, like she thanked her and stuff. So I love that moment between Lydia and Carol. One of my favorite moments. And then it just pretty much, after that, they go reunite with everybody. And then there was a moment between Daryl and Carol. Daryl was like, are you okay? You still want to stay here? Or we still go to New Mexico? And Carol's like, not now. We still have to take care of stuff. So they hugged and everybody hugged, and then Negan and Lydia hugged. I thought that was so sweet. My heart melted. I have a feeling that there will be more of Leah and Negan, like a father and daughter relationship, because they kind of understand themselves. They're like, they know that they're outsiders and stuff, but yeah, I really like that. And then we see Maggie, seeing everybody with Aaron, with bringing Gracie to him. And then there was another moment, it was like a good moment, with reunited with Judith and Maggie. So I thought that was really, really cool and very sweet, because they just hug each other like it's been so long. And that was pretty much of the wrap of everybody. So besides that, there was another part with Eugene, Katie Ziegel, Princess, and Yumiko. So they are pretty much traveled to meet where Stephanie was, and you see their journey to there. And they pretty much get to the railroad track that they're waiting on Stephanie, and she's not arriving. And then it pretty much introduced Commonwealth with the stormtroopers and stuff. It was, for me, for being a comic book reader, it just brought up the comics. It was just like the soldiers from the Commonwealth. So that was pretty much with Eugene's group and the Commonwealth. So, and then there was another pretty big part of it, was that Connie is alive. Oh my god, like, I'm so happy, because there was a lot of speculation that she's not alive, then she's alive, and Virgil found her, and so Virgil went to Oceanside, and there was nobody there, and he came across Connie. So that's been interesting to see what's next for that. So is Connie ever going to be reunited with everybody, or what? So yeah, I think overall this episode was pretty awesome. I can't wait to see the next 6 episodes, and also season 11, how they're going to build this up after this finale, because it's a lot of build-up. This was a pretty big build-up episode to see what it's become, because there's a lot of storylines that they are setting up and all that stuff. So yeah, that's pretty much my review for the season 10 finale, per se. So yeah, so stay tuned. There'll probably be videos coming out the next couple weeks about The Walking Dead. I know for a fact there will be a prediction coming up of my thought of the 6 episodes and the finale. It depends on all that stuff. So stay tuned with that. Also, if you're not a subscriber to my channel, you like what you see, hit that subscribe button down there and turn the bell for you guys to keep up with new videos, because there'll be some videos coming out the next couple weeks or months related to this finale, because there's some lot of good videos to discuss and have feedback on it for you guys to say in the comments below. But further ado, I hope you guys have an awesome day, and I guess I'll check you guys out in my next video.